And we are back. You're listening to Powerful Women Revealed. I'm your host, Nicole Perry, and my guest is Cara Giuca, and she is with Rodan and Fields, and you can go to her Facebook page, Rise to Fulfillment, and I encourage you to do so if you're looking for to make a shift. And earlier we were talking about the ideal person and sort of, metaphorically what they would look like, and you said that they need to be goal-orientated, and they need to be driven, and we talked about being driven earlier. You can be driven by many different things and still work for the same company, really. Yeah. I'm sure a lot of the women are driven by a variety.
Yes.
Yeah, a variety of different things. But you said they have to not be afraid to go against the grain. What did you mean by that?
Because there is still that stigma towards direct sales. So they might get a little backlash from friends or family, and they have to just believe that they're doing the right thing for themselves and for their family.
Yeah, get a little tough skin.
Right.
And this song we just played, Independent Women, I love that song, love Destiny's Child. I want to share that even if you do it and you start out slow, it's such a I am just so independent myself, and I am dependent though on my husband. So you don't have to, be the breadwinner with this to feel a hint of that independence and that equality. Because as a woman, I want to feel that, and I'm building on my career so that I can feel more equal and that I'm financially providing for my family, because we have a lot of college to pay for coming up. So, you can still get a taste of the independence is kind of what I'm getting at.
Yes. I've always worked since I was
Me too.
15. So that's just in my blood. I don't think I could ever not work. But
even babysitting. I was babysitting at 11.
Yes.
So
this gives me the best of both worlds. So it
Yeah.
gives me that freedom to be home with my family and also have something for myself.
Now, what do you love about being your own boss?
I love the freedom that comes with it. I love the fact that there's no glass ceiling, that I make the rules and I work when and where I want, how hard I want.
Are you a morning person or a night person?
I'm I peak in mid-afternoon.
Really?
Neither.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm morning.
Are you?
Yeah, by 4:00, it's like the kids are getting off the bus and I'm kind of done with work because that's my choice. I try not to have any phone calls or do the computer stuff when they're home, when they get home at that time. But it's great that you can schedule your own day the way you want.
Yes. Yeah, that's huge.
Unless you're doing it part-time.
Right.
You got to kind of work.
Then you work it in. And it's very easily weaved in on a commute to work, at the post office in line.
Yeah.
It's just very easily weaved in. There's so many lines you have to wait in life, right? Why not make money doing it?
And it's the phone. You're on the phone.
Yes.
Now, when did you see that first sign where you sort of, you got that light bulb moment where you could taste that freedom, that future freedom?
So it's funny you asked. So I was actually on the beach with my friend. So it was the summer after I had started the business, about 6 months in. I was on the beach with one of my friends who's also my business partner, and we were having a business meeting on the beach while our kids were running around. And
I love that.
It doesn't ever feel like work to me. It feels right. It feels so right. And for so long, I felt like I was in that corporate career. I was climbing that ladder. I was doing all the things I was supposed to do. I was doing all the things on paper that, you grow up, you go to college, you get a job. But why didn't it feel right? And finally, I found something that feels right.
So on the beach, really having that executive board meeting in your bikini, I'm sure, really having, it's really, the business itself is very task orientated. Is that right? It's a lot of tasks.
There's tasks, yeah. There's the mundane. So if you can master that mundane, it's not a ton of mundane stuff, but if you master that daily, then.
Well, when I mean it's a task, it's simple. Once you know how to do it, then the tasks have a little bit more meaning to them.
Yeah.
And if you think of it that way, it's a lot easier to pull the trigger to do it.
Right.
Now tell me about this book that you read.
Yes.
The universe has your back.
Yes.
And who is that by? Gabrielle
Bernstein, yes.
I want to buy that book.
Yeah, I love it.
What did it do for you? Did you read the whole book? How did it make you feel?
I have read the whole book. She talks a lot about signs, looking for signs, asking for signs. So to whoever you want to ask signs from, and just am I on the right path? And is this something that I want to do? Am I heading in the right direction? And those signs will come if you ask for them. And then also just to try not to manipulate the outcome. Just know in your heart that if you're doing the work daily, the outcome's going to come when it's in the best interest for everyone involved.
What a great answer. Try not to manipulate the outcome.
Yeah.
Because if you do A, B, and C, you're going to get to Z or whatever right? All you have to do is those main steps.
Yes. And sometimes we want it now, we want it yesterday. So it's like, okay, slow down. It's going to happen exactly when it's supposed to happen.
And usually the starting up, it takes a good 30 days, then 60 days and 90 days. During those interims, you'll see all this different progress.
Yes. And we call it learn as you earn. So.
Learn as you earn. I love it. Well, I was going to ask you this question, but I feel like you are truly created this career because you're a conduit to inspiring others, especially when I pulled up your Facebook page. So thank you so much for being here today. And I am proudly supporting you on my programs. We are out of time. You can connect with Cara on Facebook. Her page is Rise to Fulfillment. And I just want to say, as women come in all shapes and sizes, so does power. Never underestimate the power of a woman on a mission. I want to thank you for listening. I hope you will tune in next Sunday after the news at noon. Have a great week. And remember, knowledge is power.